Benidorm Enthusiast here with Benidorm Stuff YouTube channel. Happy weekend from a very wet, cold and pretty miserable, all in all, Benidorm. It's been like this for a few days now. To be honest, it really suits the mood of the whole of Benidorm in general. With the new restrictions in place now and bars having to shut at 5 o'clock, the weather's not the only thing putting a damper on our spirits. We've made a quick dash out while there's a gap in the rain, and we're going to take you for a little wander up the beach and round the Rincon loix area. Well, that gap in the rain didn't last long. It's a good job I've got my waterproofs on. Down here on the beachfront, although it's past 5 o'clock now, so the bars have to close legally, a lot of these places have not even bothered to open in the daytime. I mean, seriously, who in the right mind would want to come out in this? During normal times, rainy days in Benidorm are some of the busiest times for bars when tourists are out and about looking for somewhere with a bit of atmosphere outside of their hotel rooms and apartments. Not this time. One thing to be positive about is that the bad weather doesn't normally last longer than a few days here in Benidorm. By Monday the sun should be out shining once again. I think the longest rain spell I've witnessed was Easter in 2019, and it literally didn't stop raining for a full week. How many of you guys were here then? Or how many of you have witnessed a big storm in Spain? Leave us a comment, tell us about your experiences. Experienced a Benidorm storm, you will have seen the streets turn into rivers. It doesn't happen so much now, luckily. They have redone all the drainage pipes in this area in Rincon loix. It's much safer now than it used to be. So no bars open at all in the evenings now in Benidorm, but takeaways, deliveries are still able to go. Mariano's, I'm sure you recognise this place, the best chicken in town. I've never known it to be so cold at this time of year. The temperatures are maxing out at about 8 degrees at the moment. January average is normally around 15. We've even had some snow on the surrounding mountains towards Altea and Alicante, and even the Puy Campana have been topped with that fluffy white stuff. Other parts of Valencia have had some serious snow, up to 15 centimetres in some areas, brought on by this storm, Storm Filomena. I've never known it to actually snow in Benidorm, and I've been here nearly 20 years now. We've had some pretty freaky hailstorms which have even left the beaches white, giving the appearance of snow. But generally the mountains give us a layer of protection. I dread to think what it's like in other areas today. Benidorm around the same time last year, Storm Gloria. She caused a fair bit of damage. She washed away a lot of the Levante beach, and some bars on the front lost their terraces and their roofs. But we weren't hit as badly here in Benidorm as some of the surrounding areas like Altea, Calpe and Javier. So you're really not missing much in Benidorm at the moment. With all the bars having to close now at 5 PM, the evenings around here are going to be very, very quiet for the next couple of weeks at least. But let's hope next week when the sun comes out, it'll bring the locals out with them and they'll come back to supporting all these bars who really, really need all the help they can get to survive this pandemic. The Showboat here is a very popular and well-established cabaret bar and restaurant. Sadly, it has become the latest casualty in the crisis, with the owner announcing on Thursday that COVID had beaten them and forced them to close the venue permanently. It's absolutely heartbreaking. So much hard work, effort and money put into businesses just to have it snatched away through no fault of their own. I can't even imagine how they will be feeling. It's not the first and it won't be the last place to close their doors for good, I'm afraid. There's only so much you can take and many are at their absolute limits right now. Depressing as it is, we'll keep you updated with the bad news as well as the good. That's all from me today, guys. As most of you know, I'm usually a very positive person, but as you can probably tell, I'm finding it pretty difficult right now. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and check us out on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram at the Benidorm Enthusiast. Stay positive and stay safe.